All right, all right. Let's get you live on IG. All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to another live stream. Another live stream. Tonight is Thursday, so we're back again to talk about you know what? The money game. So black people can win and dominate. That's what we're talking about every Tuesday, every Thursday, every Saturday. We're going to talk about it. We have to stimulate the conversation, add to the conversation. Money is talked about often all around the world in every circle. If you're not talking about it, you're thinking about it. You're using it. You're spending it. You're earning it. You're attracting it. Whatever it is, in a capitalistic free enterprise society, it evolves around money. It evolves around money. So if something is that intricate in our daily lives, every minute, every second of the day, brothers and sisters, then we should be highly competent in that area as pertains to money. That's why I wrote this book called The Money Game, so black people can win and dominate. Because see, when it comes to the money game, it really doesn't benefit us if we play it not to win and dominate. Right? It's kind of like Russian roulette. Either all in or you're all out. There's no in between. Right? You either live or you die. Either we learn how to play the money game to win and dominate, or by default, we're playing not to lose, or we're playing to lose by playing not to lose, right? You have to focus on the outcome you desire, not focus on the outcome you don't desire. So we have to constantly be focusing on winning and dominating. Why? Because the environment in which we're playing the money game in is constantly changing. Things are constantly becoming more expensive. So your income can't stay the same. Right? Whatever was good, the spending power that the dollar was 5 years ago is not the spending power that the dollar is today. See, so it's a conscious game that you have to play. It's a conscious game that we have to play. And we have to play it from our vantage point. You play from your strengths. You never play from your weaknesses. So in order to win and dominate, we have to make an assessment, brothers and sisters. We have to think. We have to get, I call a 30,000 view, a better comprehension of this thing that so drastically affects everybody's life. So it's not one that you want to kind of guess at. It's not a game that you want to figure out as you go along. It's a game that you need to be clear about, not guess, be certain about, not based on assumptions, based on hearsay, based on what everybody else is doing. We have to find out how to play the game based on the known rules to win and dominate. Okay, so on Tuesday and Thursday and Saturday night, brothers and sisters, I just want to pull out something out of my book. If you don't have it, brothers and sisters, I tell you what I'm going to do. Yes, you should buy it because it's worth more than what the cost of admission. But I'll do better than that. Even before you invest in the book, I'll invest in you. I'll invest in you first. One of the laws to win and dominate at the money game is to operate from the position of abundance, not lack. All right? So I'll give first as a goodwill gesture to you. Go to themoneygamebook.com. It's at the bottom of the screen, scrolling very slowly. And I'll give you 2 free gifts just to give me your name and email address. Why? Because if you're interested in this information, if you're serious about this life, then I want to connect with you. And by entering your name and email address at that website, it lets me know that you want to connect with me, and not just with me, right? But me and us. Folks that I bring to the party. Folks that you bring to the party of like minds. That's what it's all about. That's one of the rules to winning at the money game, and it's talked about in this book. Winning and dominating is a team sport. No matter what you do, it's a team sport. All right? So go there. You get 2 free gifts. Number 1 is an audio, a downloadable audio. You get that instantly. As soon as you go to the next page, there's a link for you to get the audio. It's a lecture I did called The Money Game, to give you an idea, just a peep into what do I mean from my experiences, from my training, from my learning, from my being a student over 44 years and counting, still a student, and counting. It gives you an idea of what I mean about the money game and what you can find in this book. All right. So that's one gift. You can get that right away. The second gift is a private exclusive Zoom call that I'm going to do only with those that register on that page. I have about 41 other lists that's on my email list, but only you will get that special invite, but you have to register. Okay. Now the goal is to exceed 100 registrations, and then we'll schedule to Zoom. Check the other day, we're right at 82. So we need a minimum of 12 more. Once we break that 100 subscription level, then you'll get an email letting you know the date and time of that private Zoom, so you can ask me any questions you want about the book, any questions you want about what I mentioned in the book. And you can ask, hey, Daryl, how do I use this? That sounds good. I get the concept. I get the idea. But what's the practical application of that idea, of that concept? All right. So that's what you'll get in that private Zoom. All right. Zoom scheduled to be announced. So go there, get on the list, and you'll be a part of the community, the family, the fam. Right. Okay. So we want to touch on something real quick out the book. All right. For those who have the book, students, turn to chapter 13. I like that number 13. If it's his unlucky number, then it means it's our lucky number. All right. So chapter 13, the name of the chapter is What Are You Focusing On? But we're going to talk about something that I know everybody have asked that question several times, and some of us are still asking the question, and it's found on page 119. And the question in that chapter, it asks the question, what is money? We all want to get it. We all need it. We all want it. We got to have it. That's the medium of exchange. You exchange money for your light bill, water bill, for your gas, for your car note, for your what? Whatever it is. For your food, for your shelter, for your clothing. It's an exchange. Money is called currency. It has to flow like currents. If the water has currents and it stops having current and stays still and idle, it collects dirt, right? And bacteria. It becomes polluted and poison. So same thing with your money. When you keep it stagnant, just want to hold on to it, don't understand that it's designed in the way that you multiply it and grow it and get from where we are now to winning and dominate, we have to exchange it. But we have to exchange it for things of greater value than the money itself. And we talk about all that in the book. But tonight, we just want to ask the question, what is money? What is money, brothers and sisters? Put that down there in the chat. What's money? Let me see if I can open up this chat. What's money? If you're watching live, got my chat open, put down there, what is money? Money, I can show you better than I can tell you. This is money right here. But Daryl, this money right here. This money. This money. This is money. Oh, is it really? This is money? In its finite form, finite, not infinite, finite, in its finite, very limited form, right? That you're right, but you're not right. What I tell you in the book, money is not what you have in your bank. Money is not what you have in your pocket. Money is not what you have on your credit card. They say that's what it is. But those who really know that's not what it is. Money, brothers and sisters, money is the byproduct of something else. It's the end result of something. You don't start with money. You have to do something to have it translate or convert to money. Money just doesn't poof, appear out of the sky, even though you might think it does. Being that you don't see all the digits, you don't see all the money in your bank account, you just see digits change forms or change amounts or whatever. So you might think it's just created, and in truth it is, but not when you get ready to manually use it, exchange it. It has to actually, something has to be there. But whatever it is, digital or not, it's a byproduct of something else. So if it's a byproduct of something else, if it's the manifestation of something else, then the something else is that which creates or manifests the money that you see in your pocket, you have in your bank account. See, we have to understand this thing, brothers. If not, we'll constantly be trying to get more money and not really understanding how it is created. How is it created? How do I need to look at money in order to win and dominate? How do those that win and are dominating look at money? Do they look at money as digits in their pockets and digits in the bank and around here got it to their ear? Or do they have a deep understanding, deeper than 99.9% of most people, that deep understanding of money? And if you and I want to win and dominate at the money game, then we have to first have it here first before we can have it here. We got to first have it here before we can have it here. Who caught that? Did that go over your head? So money is not really here. It starts here. It starts here. Before it can be materialized, it has to be here. Now, you heard of Walt Disney, the guy that created Disney World and Disneyland and all these Disney characters and Disney movies. Well, there's a story about him in a lot of these self-help books, especially the older ones, right? They asked Walt Disney, wow, Walt, you built this amusement park. It's the first one of its kind. Aren't you proud that you're the first to build an amusement park like this? Isn't it beautiful? Laying your eyes on such a magnificent creation as this amusement park. And Walt Disney said, this is not my first time laying eyes on this amusement park. He said, this is my third time seeing this amusement park. They were confused, said, third time? But you just completed building it here recently. He said, no, I saw it in my mind. That's number one. He said, then I put it on paper, wrote it out on paper, saw it a second time. And the third time is when we actually built it and constructed the physical amusement park. So now we go to Walt Disney or Disney World and Disneyland, and he's been long gone, but his family's still getting rich off of us bringing money to give to him to get into the amusement park and have a good time with the make-believe characters of Walt Disney. So what materialized into money for the Disney family? It was the idea that their grandfather had, that he put on paper and then manifested into material world. So money, as what's the name said in the, what's the name of the book, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. He said money is an idea. Is an idea. Right? You're watching me on YouTube, you're watching me on Instagram, you're watching me on Facebook. Somebody had to create that idea in their mind, and then in exchange for that, people give them money for advertisement, give them money for the use the platforms, the different platforms like I'm on here now. right? Somebody gave them money, but it came from an idea, brothers and sisters. So if you and I want to win and dominate the money game, and we want to have enough money, right? We want to have enough money, not need, want to have enough money to do the wonderful things that we should want to do with money, then understand it's developed in the mind. It's your mind power. How much mind power do you have that you can focus towards a goal that brings you financial reward, brings financial benefits in return? Once we anchor that into our conscious and subconscious mind, that money is the end result of an idea, and if I want more money, I need to have bigger and deeper, more valuable, more purposeful, more beneficial, larger ideas in which that I can manifest and attract the value from those ideas in exchange for money. Did you get it? New information, brothers and sisters, it takes time to sink in. And it takes time for it to sink in deep. You might get it consciously, meaning that you can intellectually understand, but it's not the conscious mind that we're concerned with, that we're trying to reprogram, that we have to reprogram. It's the subconscious mind that we have to and must reprogram if we're planning on living, we're planning on winning and dominating at the money game. All right. So that's it. We like to keep it 15 to 20 minutes. We're right there at the 16-minute mark, brothers. So leave your comments below. Let me know what you think. Let's have a dialogue. Can't never win and dominate. You don't have a dialogue, an exchange of currency, exchange of that which creates the money. And that's the thinking, the minds of human beings. So let's have a medium of exchange of minds before we have a medium of exchange of money. And then we'll understand what it takes to win and dominate at the money game. So now we can play it full tilt. All right, brothers and sisters, go to themoneygamebook.com, get your 2 free gifts. Let's exceed 100 subscribers within the next 2 or 3 days so we can set a date for the private Zoom, which is gift number 2. And by Allah's grace, we'll be here Saturday. All right? And I made a mistake, but on purpose. And then Sunday, this Sunday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, I want you to meet me on our new channel, our new show, I should say, on the Closing the Gap broadcast channel on YouTube. Every second and fourth Sunday, 6 p.m. Central Time, which is this Sunday, we will be live for episode number 2. And we have a special guest. A dear sister of mine, Sister Karima Muhammad. She's known as the Maven of Real Estate. Come by and let's talk about building wealth with home ownership. And we're going to talk about wealth on that episode. We're going to talk about the wealth gap. We're going to talk about how we can close the gap. There's one thing to know you got to cut an open wound on your arm, but it's even better if you know how to close it up so it can heal. All right. So that's this Sunday, 6 p.m. YouTube. Go to Closing the Gap broadcast. Go ahead now after you watch this. Hit subscribe, hit notifications. So when we come live on Sunday, you can be there. It'll only be about an hour, a little bit over an hour, right? And we're going to talk about the money game and how to build wealth with home ownership. But Saturday, we'll see you again to talk about my book, The Money Game, so Black people can win and dominate. Go to that website, and on page 2, then you'll be able to order it. All right, brothers and sisters, until next time, remember, always remember, I'll see you at the top, not from the top, because you, your family, but most importantly, our Black community deserves your very best. All right? See you Saturday. Peace.